Good evening. Welcome to Left, Right and Centre. I'm Vishnu Shom. On the program tonight, H.D. Revanna, the father of the Karnataka MP Prajwal Revanna, has accused rivals of creating a conspiracy out of old videos, a comment that is likely to raise a bigger row over his son's alleged link to obscene videos. A woman yesterday filed a police case against Prajwal Revanna and his father over alleged sexual assault. Prajwal, the Janata Dal secular MP and grandson of the former Prime Minister H.D. Deve Gowda, has denied the latest allegations. He says the videos were morphed, but he strangely left for Germany on Saturday morning after voting in the Lok Sabha elections a day earlier. There are two aspects of the story. Perhaps the most important one, justice for those who are apparently victims of his sexual advances. And secondly, of course, the entire political mess that has resulted in the huge political controversy because of the scandal. Next up on the program, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said political rivals who are unable to take on the BJP-led government are now misusing technology to spread fake videos on social media. Earlier, one person was arrested in Assam for allegedly sharing fake video of the Home Minister. 31-year-old Ritom Singh is reported to be associated with the Assam Congress and functions as the party's war room coordinator. That's the allegation. Earlier, the Telangana Chief Minister was also summoned by the Delhi police after this doctored video allegedly appeared in the Twitter handle of the Telangana Congress. Now, the video claims that the BJP plans to abolish SC/ST reservation quotas, something the party has denied completely. But first, the top story. Multiple videos emerge of the Karnataka MP Prajwal Revanna of the JDS molesting and allegedly sexually assaulting women. He's left the country and inquiry is on.
It's only been a day since a special investigation team was formed to probe into the alleged obscene videos case involving JDS Lok Sabha candidate from Hassan, Prajwal Revanna. However, the issue has already snowballed into a big political controversy. Calls for his suspension have already begun. While the Congress held massive protests in the constituency, a JDS MLA wrote to former PM H.D. Deve Gowda requesting the suspension of his grandson, claiming that the party's reputation was ruined. Prajwal Revanna and his father, H.D. Revanna, had both been booked in the sexual harassment and stalking case. H.D. Revanna is the son of H.D. Deve Gowda. JDS President H.D. Kumaraswamy has distanced himself from his brother, who left it to the party high command to decide action against Prajwal.
ಯಾರಿಗೆ ನೋಡಿ ಅವರ ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಇದೇ ಬೇರೆ, ಅವ್ರು 4 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಾವು ಬೇರೆ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ನನಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ವಿಷಯ ಈಗ ಬಂದಿರತ್ತಾನೆ, ವಿಷಯ ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಈಗ ಬಂದಿರೋದು. ಈ ವಿಷಯ ನನ್ನ ಮುಂದೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಬಂದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಮೊದ್ಲೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಈ ಪ್ರಕರಣದ ಈ ತರ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಬಂದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಕೆಲವು ಕ್ರಮ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದು. ನಾವು ವಿಷಯವೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಾನು ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಸಿ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ತನಿಖೆ ವರದಿ ಬರ್ಲಿ, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡೋದು?
ಅವರು ಏನಿದೆ ಕಾನೂನು ಮಾಡಲಿ. ಯಾವುದೋ 4 ವರ್ಷ 5 ವರ್ಷದ್ದು ತಗೊಂಬಂದು ಕೇಸ್ ಹಾಕೋದವ್ರು ಯಾವ ಥರ ಐತೆ, ನಾನು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಈಗ ಅವನು ಮಾಮೂಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು, ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇವರೇನು FIR ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತ, SIT ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತ, ತನಿಖೆ ಕರೆದ ಬರುತ್ತಾನೆ.
BJP's Devraj Gowda from Holenarasipura claims that he had alerted the state unit about the controversial videos 6 months back.
वो गंदा वीडियो पब्लिक का सामने लेके आए ना, कौन ऐसा कर दिया है? तो अभी SIT बना रही है, वो SIT वाला इन्वेस्टिगेट करना पड़ेगा. वो पेन ड्राइव कहाँ से आया ड्राइवर को, वो पेन ड्राइव से वीडियो कैसे लीक हो गया, वो ऊपर इन्वेस्टिगेट करना है ना. वो वीडियो कौन किया वो तो बाद में वो करता है, वो लीगली क्या करना वो कोर्ट लेता है, वो कोई बात नहीं है.
कर्नाटका में एक बहुत बड़ी बात निकली है कि उनके साथ जो मंच पे खड़े थे, जिनके लिए मोदी जी ने वोट मांगा, उन्होंने हजारों महिलाओं के साथ दुष्कर्म किया. क्या कहते हैं हमारे प्रधानमंत्री इसके बारे में? हमारे गृह मंत्री क्या कहते हैं इसके बारे में?
The district administration says that it was not aware of the presence of sex tapes. As soon as elections were over, the accused Prajwal Revanna fled abroad. Only after that, the State Commission for Women woke up. The sit was formed, the FIR was lodged. It also raises questions on the intentions of Siddaramaiah government as to how it functions in case of high-profile cases. From Hassan with camera person N. Ravi, Nihal Khidwai for NDTV.
Well, joining us now, Dr. Geeta Bhatt. She's a political analyst, someone who supports the BJP. Nirmal Kaur, retired former Director General of Police. Ashutosh Srivastav, an advocate in the Supreme Court. And Bhavya Narasimurthy, spokesperson of the Congress Party. I'd like to thank you all very much for being with us. Dr. Geeta Bhatt, the statement of H.D. Ravanna, the father of the accused, Prajwal Ravanna, that, look, these are doctored videos 4 to 5 years old, which are now being used by political opponents. Doesn't that in fact make the situation worse? How does it matter that these videos were 4 to 5 years old when the allegations are of sexual assault and molestation?
Well, Vishnuji, thanks for having me on your show. It's rather a matter of shame that when people who are in public life, and more so those who are elected representatives in a democracy, are found to be involved in crime against women. And if these, irrespective of what is the timeline of these videos, even if they are 4 to 5 years old, and if what is being shown there is true, and that I think will come out in the investigation, it is something which is a matter of great worry that, such people are becoming representatives of in our elected democracy. At the same time, the question also arises that why is it that when already the voting has taken place in the constituency from where this particular gentleman was contesting, all this has been revealed once the voting in the phase 2 has taken place in that constituency. And also, the question also arises at this time, Vishnuji, that, the opposition parties who are so vehemently coming out and accusing and, making charges, and more so, yes, if whatever has been revealed is true, they are going to make such charges. At the same time, when the similar case was found to be and was revealed in West Bengal, in Sandesh Khali, at that place when, Shahjahan Sheikh, a political leader from TMC, when it was found that, he has been involved in heinous crimes, sexual assaults on women and raping of women for years together, we did not see any of these opposition parties coming out and condemning TMC and asking for, for an inquiry.
So what you're saying is double
inquiry.
standards of the opposition. I just wanted to, go across to Ashutosh Srivastav. Ashutosh,
Yes.
what is also shocking is the allegation that the Karnataka BJP president was made aware of these videos in December 2023, and yet the BJP chose to ally with the JDS, and have this man as one of those contesting for these elections. Is that at all a defensible position?
See, first of all, nothing has been proven. It is under investigation at the moment. And in fact, the state government itself has formed the SIT on the recommendation of the Women's Commission. And SIT is already investigating the matter. So nothing has come out, nothing has been proven as of now. Now, if you see that Mr. Ravanna himself has stated that the videos are doctored in his own statement and the complaint what he has filed. So obviously, this aspect also is required to be investigated by the SIT, which will investigate. And now, if you see the allegations also in the FIR, first of all, most of the sections are, bailable except one. And the maximum punishment also prescribed is much below 7 years. So obviously, Section 41A notice will be issued.
If these videos
so there
are 4 to 5 years old, as has been stated by Prajwal Ravanna's father, then there is no question of deep fakes emerging. That technology wasn't there in quite the same way as it is now, right? So this entire argument, it is a morphed video, it just sounds terribly bizarre.
See, first of all, there is no explanation as to the delay. Because the FIR states that the incidents, what has been alleged in the FIR has taken place between 2017 to 2022. Right. But there has not been any FIR registered before. So the question arises why the FIR has been registered now. If the crime was really happening. Should that really
be our concern, Ashutosh, and not the crime itself?
Yes. So
the timing,
yes.
So you are basically suggesting that this is now being raised for political reasons. Even
absolutely,
if for a moment,
absolutely.
Right. But shouldn't we instead as those who champion the rights of women, be more concerned about the rights of women? The fact that
yes,
there are allegations of rape
yes,
and molestation.
Absolutely. See, everybody.
So then why talk
whether it
first
is-
about the political timing? Shouldn't
No,
we,
see, JDS
despite the elections,
itself-
be focusing on the
Yes.
crime?
No, see, all the senior leaders of JDS also have clearly stated that if anything is proven, they will be taken. They will be taking whatever actions are
Well, that's
required
stating
also
the
in the
obvious.
party. But simply based on allegations, see, if anything is not being proven at the moment, he is not being convicted of anything. The investigation is on, and the state government itself has formed the SIT. It is not a central government agency or
Right.
anything.
I
So
just
SIT
wanted to go
has
across
been
to
formed by the
Bhavya.
state government.
Okay, Bhavya, go ahead, respond. None of this has been
No, it's
proven,
a-
is what
It's
Ashutosh
appalling
says.
that
Is
the
that
BJP
an acceptable
spokesperson
answer?
actually made this statement that an FIR was registered. Now, these people, BJP is so election centric. They don't care about the people. They don't care about the dignity of women or the safety of women. Do you even understand the seriousness of this case? There are 2,000 plus women. Their videos have been taken by this serial sexual offender. Be appreciative of the government that we have taken a suo motu action and set up an SIT, unlike your governments in Uttar Pradesh and elsewhere, where the court had to intervene to even force the police to register an FIR. You're actually talking about elections here? Do you even understand the seriousness of this case? Victim can come even after 2 years if she wants and register a case. They will come out when they feel comfortable. They will come out when they feel safe. Once the SIT was set up, a victim came out and now she registered a case naming both the father and the son. Don't you dare question the victim or, the FIR registering an FIR or the SIT. Be appreciative of this, unlike your governments, which has to be forced by the High Court to even register an FIR.
I just wanted to go across to Nirmal Kaur. Ma'am, the fact that that Prajwal Revanna has exited the country, that he is apparently somewhere in Germany at this stage, shouldn't there be more which is done or which is being done to bring him back? Shouldn't we be approaching Interpol? Shouldn't there be, shouldn't that really be the focus of a lot of this?
Definitely, it's a very, if true, these are very serious allegations and all should be done to bring him back. SIT has been formed and SIT will do the needful to bring him back. These allegations, but there are so many red flags also at the same time. 2,800 video clips, a serial, thousands of women being abused or, harassed. All this while this kind of thing goes on for years and years and no one comes out, there's not even a whisper. That itself is a big red flag. And this is the season of fake videos. God knows what is the truth. But now that SIT is there, after proper investigation, truth will come out and we will know what is the truth. And I'm sure the guilty law will take its own course and the guilty will be punished. But it's really sad if it is true because it involves the dignity of women. It involves, 2,800 women and thousands of women being abused. And there are such feeble sections under which the cases have been registered. It's such a tame kind of thing, 506 or 354. It doesn't somehow the heinousness of the crime and, this is somehow, it doesn't gel. It doesn't gel. There is something there really which doesn't add up. 2,800 clips they are saying, and suddenly a number of these pen drives turn up everywhere, ubiquitously in the whole of the constituency. They are in the parks, they are found on the benches, they turn up suddenly, overnight.
But ma'am, you of anybody, would know that when it comes to sexual offences, very often those who have been violated do not just come out when it suits the rest of us. They speak when they're ready to, and in most cases I dare say they don't speak at all. There is now an allegation which has been made by a woman who has come across a police case against Mr. Revanna accusing of sexual assault that has now been, and perhaps that might trigger many more because the videos are there.
One hopes that if the incidents are true, other women find courage to come. But 2,800 women and it happening over the years, I mean, it doesn't make, it is not very credible. That is my point as a police officer.
Okay.
I smell something new.
Yes, I fair enough. Bhavya, how would you look at that? I don't think Nirmal Kaurji is at all questioning the women who have been abused. She is talking about the numbers of videos which have been raised purporting to being equivalent to the number of victims, right? And saying this is a very large number of cases. She's not saying that, oh, no, these are fake cases. She's not saying that at all. She's only saying if there are 2,800 odd cases or videos, then should some of this not have come up, considering it started what, in 2016, 2017, allegedly? It's a valid point, perhaps.
So, she's an expert. Of course, she's from the police department, as she mentioned. She might have her views, but then most of the videos that have come out, one is of, a cook and a maid of his own house, where I read about it, where she actually pleaded him saying, I have served food to your grandfather and your father, please leave me alone. So there is no question of credibility of these videos. Like ma'am said, maybe the number of videos, there will be a thorough SIT probe and we will know what is the truth, what is not. But prima facie, we can easily say that, observing that he is a serial sexual offender for sure. Because there are some of the government servants and their own JDS karyakartas, female karyakartas. There are a lot of people. I'm sure if the society and, if the women feel safe, they'll come out themselves. We all know about the Me Too movement, where one woman started and so many joined hands and it became a huge movement. I'm sure once the women feel safe, they will come out as well. And through the probe, I'm sure everything will come to light.
Could you tell us anything more about the probe? Do we know how soon they intend to act? Is there an effort to try and bring this man back to India?
So I do not know about the time frame. I'm not sure if they have set a time frame, but then we are very clear about, providing the psychological help for the victims and whatever to make sure that their identity is not relieved. These kind of steps have been taken. I'm not aware of the time frame if they have set. I can get back to you.
Geeta ji, the numbers are horrific if it's true that there are more than 2,000 victims of sexual molestation, assault,
yes.
All of that. But even if there's one woman who suffered,
it's a crime.
It is as bad.
So
my question, Dr. Geeta Bhatt, is
right.
On the stage, the Prime Minister was with this man, Prajwal Revanna. And the BJP obviously went through its own system of checks and balances in deciding to ally with the JDS. Shouldn't there have been more which was done to look into each candidate of the JDS? In this case, there was even an alert which had been sounded in December on this man.
Well, Vishnuji, I think when there are political alliances and largely, the seat sharing is decided in terms of that, the numbers and where there is a winnability. And then the party, the choice of fielding the candidate is largely left to the party. And the other party usually does not, meddle with whom the coalition partners are actually deciding to choose. And I think that as Prime Minister has been going around all around the country, and those who are in alliance, he is asking for votes for all the candidates. It is not just that now since this particular case has come up, and it is something which needs serious consideration if proved true. We do not know because naturally, such a large number of women, how they could, stay silent for such a long time. These are questions which, of course, are popping in everyone's mind. But as you just said, that even if a single woman has been, has suffered and has undergone any kind of sexual harassment, this is something which really needs to be probed. And hopefully the SIT that has been constituted is going to, in a given time frame, is going to come out, because what is important is that it is not being used as a political tool. That is also something that we need to, in the future, look at this developments of this particular case. That this is not just being used as a political tool, has been, the videos being released, whether they are true or whether they are framed. And it's only when when the elections are over, then it just fizzles out.
Ashutosh Srivastav, is this not a huge hit for the BJP in the elections in Karnataka? I mean, the allegations are huge. Therefore, going into the next phase, going into these elections, whatever is left, is this not going to have a potentially major political impact?
See, I think the voters will definitely, understand the timing of the entire issue. Now, see, when somebody says there are hundreds of such videos being made, but the question arises, who was making these videos? And if the people who were involved in making the videos, why couldn't they file the complaint? Now, somebody can argue that whenever they feel comfortable and safe, they will go and file the complaint. So where they're feeling safe while taking such videos or making such videos. So there are many questions any intelligent voter would think in his mind and will understand the situation. And so far as the law says that every accused has to be treated innocent unless and until he is proved guilty. As of now, he has not been proved guilty. The investigation is going on by the state government itself.
He is not even in the country. Some would suggest he's escaped.
See, that is the cooperation. He should cooperate in the investigation, as the party is also saying that,
But Ashutosh, my friend, I must interrupt just to say that does it really matter who filmed the video? Isn't it more important to focus on the fact that there has been an alleged crime?
No. I am not saying who took the videos. What I am trying to say here, whether those videos are authentic, that is the question. If we consider it to be authentic, it was much easier for anybody who was taking the video rather than going to the police station and filing an FIR and do the justice to these women.
Ma'am, is it not true that the standard defense has always been, it's a morph video, it's a fake video? These were all shot before deep fakes, which are very different. That technology has come in the last 1 year. This has been going on for years. Isn't it always
with the investigation?
The lawyer always says these are all fake. These are all morphed videos. That's the starting point of every argument.
No one can say till the investigation is complete and the videos are analyzed. The only thing is either way, it could go either way. Whatever the investigation reveals.
Ma'am, do you know how difficult it is to morph a video with technology which used to exist before AI approximately a year back? In most cases, the sophistication of animation systems and the operator who actually used them would need to be phenomenal to get deep fakes of the sort that we are talking about now. Now there is different technology. What happened earlier on, I would suggest, it was actually the crime. And it's a standard excuse that it's all a fake morphed video. It's often very impossible to morph videos, ma'am.
To the family in some way. I think she is a far-off cousin of Mrs. Ravenna or someone. And that cook is the only one who's come out. Hopefully, more women will come out to tell the truth. If those women who are there in the videos. And we will know. See, it can easily be investigated whether the video is genuine or is it fake.
All right.
That SIT has been formed.
All right. So let's see what they actually have to. Fair enough. Bhavya, last word to you, 30 seconds. Is there a sense, based on these allegations, that more victims might be willing now to come forward, now that there is an FIR, there is an SIT, there is a police investigation?
And the victims feel safe to express when they're okay and comfortable, I'm sure they'll come out and file the FIR. Even otherwise, we have one victim who has actually filed an FIR, and a thorough probe will happen. like ma'am said, whether it is one woman or 2,800 women, like the numbers are showing now, crime is a crime. And the difference here is this man misused his power.
Yes.
This is more worse. He is a representative. He is a people's representative who is supposed to be a role model for youngsters and his followers. And to misuse his power and do such a disgusting act is not something acceptable.
Right.
And these leaders who are trying to just say, we will cooperate, and even BJP to say, no, that has nothing to do with the alliance. Come on, it has everything to do with you. Prime Minister Modi came to his rally and literally told people, if you vote for Prajwal Revanna, it's like voting for me. That's the statement Prime Minister Modi has done. Don't you think he should speak about this? Don't you think he should apologize?
Let me ask Geeta that question. Geeta ji, do you believe that there needs to be, somebody senior in the BJP actually addressing what has happened directly?
Everybody needs to speak.
Geeta ji?
Well, Vishnuji, you see, the JDS party has already come out and they have said that they are going to, depending upon the investigation, they are also going to, take action against their leader. And I think as far as the Prime Minister is addressing, you see, he is addressing the rallies for their coalition partners, not knowing the case or the background. Had it been that it was already exposed, it was already known, then these kind of allegations which are being made by the Congress representative here would have made sense. Unfortunately, I just want to remind Vishnuji
just before they form the alliance.
Bhavya, hold on. Bhavya, hold on.
Just BV, there were allegations on him by their own Congress Youth President from Assam, Angadita Datta, that there was sexual harassment by him, and on these allegations,
no, but one
she was
crime
thrown out of the party.
doesn't mean that.
This is just that some reflection.
But ma'am, isn't that an equivalence that we should avoid? All crimes are wrong, right? And whichever,
absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
So
this
therefore,
is just to remind you, please take care of the woman in your own party.
Right, but we should
not expected from. I really did not expect this from you, ma'am. That allegation, it is in the court. I'm sure it will be sorted. How can you compare verbal abuse with this?
While the allegations,
with this kind of
all
crime.
right. Okay, let's start wrapping this up. I think, and I'm sure all our panelists agree. Let's bring down the sound. I think all our panelists agree that all crimes, when they're reported, something as serious as this, need to be looked at seriously. Hopefully, and SIT will be doing that. We're going to take a short break. Up next on the program, the Prime Minister says that political rivals who are unable to take on the BJP are now misusing technology to spread fake videos on social media. This after a fake video, a morphed video, a deep fake of Amit Shah emerges. Action being taken. Will bring you the very latest. Well, next up on the program, Prime Minister Modi has said political rivals who are unable to take on the BJP-led government are misusing technology to spread fake videos on social media. Earlier, one person was arrested in Assam for allegedly sharing fake video of the Home Minister. A 31-year-old man, Ritom Singh, reportedly to be associated with the Assam Congress and functions as the party's war room coordinator. Earlier, the Telangana Chief Minister was also summoned by the Delhi police after this doctored video apparently appeared in the Twitter handle of the Telangana Congress. The video claims the BJP plans to abolish SC/ST reservation quotas, something the party has no plans of doing and has entirely denied.
लेकिन जो लोग चुनाव हार चुके हैं, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का दुरुपयोग करते हुए मेरी आवाज में ऐसी भद्दी चीजें आजकल सोशल मीडिया में डाल रहे हैं कि बहुत बड़ा खतरा पैदा हो रहा है। और इसलिए मेरी देशवासियों की अपील है, कि कोई भी फेक वीडियो आपको नजर आए, आप पुलिस को जानकारी दो, हमारी पार्टी को जानकारी दो, कानूनी लोगों पर कार्रवाई होगी और उनको सबक सिखाया जाएगा। ये देश का कानून किसी के साथ भी इस प्रकार के खेल खेलने की इजाजत नहीं देता है।
मोदी जी आज तक अमित शाह जी ईडी, इनकम टैक्स, सीबीआई को इस्तेमाल कर रहे थे चुनाव जीतने के लिए। अभी मेरे समाचार मिला है तेलंगाना कांग्रेस पार्टी ऑफिस में दिल्ली पुलिस पहुंचा हुआ है। सोशल मीडिया में कोई पोस्टिंग लगाया, इसीलिए तेलंगाना के कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष को, तेलंगाना मुख्यमंत्री को हम अरेस्ट करते बोल के नोटिस लेकर तेलंगाना गांधी भवन में पहुंच गए। इसका मतलब नरेंद्र मोदी जी ईडी, इनकम टैक्स, सीबीआई हो गए, अभी दिल्ली पुलिस को इस्तेमाल कर रहे चुनाव जीतने के लिए। यहाँ पर कोई डरने वाले नहीं है भाई, यहाँ पर पलट के जवाब देने वाले हैं।
Well, joining us now, Mohan Kumara Mangalam of the Congress Party, Vineet Goenka, the former national co-convener of the IT cell of the BJP, S. Chandrasekhar, the MD and CEO of KNS Digi Protect and former Group Director, Government Affairs and Public Policy at Microsoft. I'm also joined by Senthil Nayagam, founder of Meonium AI. He's a pioneer in deepfake technology and AI in movies, and joins us on this program. Thanks very much for being with us. Mohan Kumara Mangalam, the allegation is that Ritam Singh, somebody in Assam, somebody associated with the Congress, was involved in making this fake video involving the Home Minister. How does the Congress Party respond?
Well, if he indeed was the maker of the video, then I'm sure the law under the IT Act will take its course. But you know, Vishnu, Mark Twain once said that truth is stranger than fiction. And frankly, what's true today is that the Prime Minister is probably the biggest spreader of fake news. He's going from interview to interview, from rally to rally, talking absolutely despicable lies about what the Congress manifesto represents. And all this while the Election Commission remains a mute spectator. Delhi police is going to Telangana to arrest someone over a retweet. And I really don't think they can figure out who the originator of the video is. But let me also say to the content of the video, which basically I think is a video that misrepresents Mr. Amit Shah saying that the BJP will end reservation. There is really no smoke without fire ever. If you go all the way back to 2015, it was no less than Mr. Mohan Bhagwat who said the reservation policy should be reviewed. After that, you go to 2017. You seem to be
endorsing this fake video.
Publicity. I'm not endorsing it. I'm saying that if the reason why they're worried about this video, because they're the purveyors of fake videos. I mean, recently, in fact, the BJP. Let me finish.
Mohan, I understand the larger point you're making, but you've not answered my question. Is this man, Ritam Singh, a part of the Congress in Assam or not? Apparently, he's part of social media in Assam for the Congress Party. If he is,
he might be a member, Vishnu. I'm
but why do you not know that, Mohan? Because it's a serious allegation.
Vishnu,
if he is, are you not going to throw him out of your party?
Vishnu, whatever the allegation is, I'm sure the law will take its course. I'm not disputing what the IT Act says or what the law is. Let the authorities investigate. I'm just saying.
I'm just asking: is he part of the Congress or not?
Happen.
Because if you accuse,
I'm not aware of his status in his Congress. Let me just say that I think the problem here is not one individual tweeting or retweeting or posting on Facebook. You have an entire fake news factory that runs out of the BJP. Just recently, the BJP's IT cell had tweeted a video of Mr. Gandhi and Mr. Kharge sitting together and making it seem that Mr. Gandhi is refusing to take water from Mr. Kharge. An edited video. That's not even a deep fake. It's what's called a shallow fake, which means you edit images or you edit videos selectively to spread basically false news. They've been doing this since, time immemorial. They're the pioneers in this.
Okay, let me get a response to that.
The only reason they're getting worried about this, so let me finish what I was going to say, Vishnu, which is the reason they're worried about this is because people tend to believe that the BJP indeed has an agenda to end reservation, and that's because of their own ideologues' utterances in the past.
Vineet, respond to that.
Vishnu, Ram Ram to you, Ram Ram to all my co-panelists and all the viewers who are watching me right now. Now, they say, it comes from the DNA itself. So if you see, we have seen Rahul Gandhi ji trying to fake the Geneva. There was no need for him to fake the Geneva. You all know, Feroz Bhai's grandson, Italian grandfather's grandson, but yet he tried to fake that. We also know that the cheap communication which was done by Supriya Sinha, their head of social media, in regards to Kangana Ranaut. Now, this two mentality, if you see, then you will have to question the involvement of the IT cell of Congress. What did Ruchira Chaturvedi, Arun Bereddy, Manar Mullipedi, or Rohan Alam, this Reshma Alam, these four people had to do this with this particular thing. So this is a dangerous trend which Congress is trying to do. In the last election, they tried to do Cambridge Analytica. They hired their services. We all know they wanted to have edge by buying this kind of technology.
Fake
So
news
they have to
again.
answer both Cambridge Analytica as well as this fake video which they're trying to push it through. Even now, if you see on your channel, the Congress representative is trying to push the narration that, this was Bharatiya Janata Party's stand. I don't know what he's talking about, but anyway, they'll have to answer to these people. And let me also tell him, police investigating agencies, LEA, law enforcement agencies, have the capability to understand where it has originated. A. So they will certainly reach to the people who have originated this content. B. If you see in the case of Arvind Kejriwal, when he retweeted, which was malicious, which was not correct, the courts have asked him to apologize, and which he did. In your case also, the CM is involved. If you want to say that the CM is innocent, he was so naive that he was not able to understand whether it is good or bad, whether it is right or wrong, whether it was correct or it was false, then I think he should resign as a CM. If he cannot understand that a video is false, then this guy cannot rule a state. He cannot understand the deep nuances of the governance. Then he is so naive that he should immediately resign and allow somebody else who is mature, who can at least differentiate between a fake and a real video.
All right.
But as I said, it runs in the DNA of Congress, faking that they are Gandhi, faking that, they are...
Okay, all right. Both of you have made this point. I just want to go across to S. Chandrasekhar. Mr. Chandrasekhar, it's one thing to be creating a fake video. It's something else to be retweeting it and then being accused of, somehow being involved. Is that correct? Legally, does retweeting a fake video, when you may not be aware whether it's fake or not, is that something which is problematic from a legal standpoint?
Yes. So this is in the gray area of law. There could be instances where a person is totally innocent and may not know whether the content is genuine or fake. What would be of importance in such a situation is the intent behind it. And so that is why it is important to go to the originator of the video. But retweeting something, it needs to be examined in the light of the facts and circumstances. There cannot be a one-size-fits-all kind of a formulation on this, because there could be various situations.
Senthil Nayagam, the government has been absolutely clear. Rajiv Chandrasekhar, the minister, in fact, on this program a couple of months back, said that there will be action taken against, social media intermediaries. That if there is deep fake which comes on Twitter or on other platforms and it's not taken down, then they are legally accountable. Is the presence of this particular deep fake, proof of the fact that it's very difficult sometimes for social media intermediaries to actually identify and pull down fake videos?
Okay, we have deep fake as a concept started something around 2017-18 onwards. Mostly started porn videos for high quality. Okay, we have crossed that threshold. Now we are using AI for generating it, and we are gone more towards super fakes. Okay, you cannot detect. Most average humans can't detect if it's a real or a fake video. You have to, even if a news readers or whatever, you have to go check with another source and say, has this been spoken or not? That's how probably we could approach for it. Can the intermediary be made responsible? Yes, asking them to take down the video is an important factor which can be done. But proving it is real or fake is ultimately currently a forensic department can do it. Or somebody in Hyderabad or somebody else can probably do it. Because that's the only thing which is applicable when you go for a legal recourse, right? The courts will only agree on that part. Individual fake, other individuals can't detect if it's fake or true at all, right? We can say maybe it looks like fake, or if it's currently we had the original speech, so we could detect that this was not spoken. Yeah. But what if it was shown as let's say a private video spoken inside a room, and that person is not there to clarify it? It will be very difficult to prove it if it's real or not. We create content, high quality content, we can do it. So these are all possible as of today.
No, but Senthil, I don't understand from a technological standpoint, is it not possible for a Twitter or another platform not to detect the presence of something fake in a video and therefore pull it down?
It's impossible. And until you don't have any reference.
Impossible.
Right? Impossible currently.
And therefore, Mr. Chandrasekhar, isn't that the real issue? That it's one thing to say that Twitter and other platforms, Facebook, have a responsibility, right? But the fact is, if they can't actually do something to detect these on a very proactive basis and pull them down, then we get into this kind of a conversation. So is this a question of the technology not really existing to pull down deep fakes, or a lack of effort by these companies?
No. So first of all, as my other co-panelists said, the level of technology has become so sophisticated that it's almost impossible to pull it down. But even today, there exists a lot of measures and technologies to try and screen out certain kind of content like pornographic content, child porn, etc., etc. So if there is a deep fake, and if it is closely approximating something which already exists in the database, or if it is pornographic or relating to child porn, then there is some possibility of it being detected and removed ab initio. But if it is some conversation or some other kind of content, then it will be almost impossible to remove it from the point of origin.
Okay. Mohan Kumaramangalam, the point made by the Prime Minister today is, and I quote, "There is a plan to create a big incident in the next 1 month using deep fakes. I am making these allegations with a lot of seriousness. Games are being played to create social tension so that some untoward incident takes place." You know, it's a very serious statement there by the Prime Minister. Do you not accept that deep fakes can actually have a huge impact in our election process?
I think all forms of fake news can have a huge impact. I mean, as long as it goes unchecked, as long as it goes unverified, it'll spread like wildfire on today's web, and it can have a deep impact. I mean, many of our riots have taken place based on fake WhatsApp messages that have gone out in the past. Noor, that happened in Haryana, also originated the same way. I mean, if the Prime Minister is saying this, then he should take serious action. I mean, he's still in government, he still has intelligence at his beck and call. And we shouldn't do fear mongering, which is all he seems to be resorting to in this poll season. Now, to respond to Mr. Goenka, one, we never hired Cambridge Analytica. And all this nonsense about DNA, I can talk about his DNA being that of Godse and Savarkar as well, who basically said that Manusmriti is a scripture which is most worshipable after the Vedas. So I'm going back to the fact that the reason that the BJP is so upset with this, frankly, over all the fake videos that they themselves spread, is because there is some fire behind this smoke that's coming out. Now, Vishnu, I'll just say one thing non-political. For about 15 years before I came into politics, I was also a techie and I worked on machine learning. It is almost impossible, given where the technology is today, for any intermediary to automatically detect that this is a deep fake video. One of the solutions that has been debated is whether the creation tools could put watermarks. But frankly, even those watermarks can be pulled down by other third-party tools. So we're in very murky waters here. To put the blame entirely on the intermediaries is not going to work at all, which is why I don't think Mr. Chandrasekhar has it right when he's come out with this policy.
Okay. Vineet, would you accept that we are in an area, a technological grey area, where there may not really be a solution? It's one thing to want all of these to be pulled down, but can you actually do it?
So Vishnu, I don't know whether co-panelists know that I've written a book, Data Sovereignty, along with 3 journals and a former RAW director, Deputy Director Ranade. And in that book also we mentioned one thing. There are 3 participants in this particular cycle. One who authors this, another one is the one who amends this kind of data, and third one who is the amplifier. Now, if the technology or the work which has been done is very class, and the judiciaries or the intermediaries cannot identify this immediately. But as soon as the LEA, the law enforcement agencies, inform them, they are duty bound to pull it down. If they don't do that, then they are part of the conspiracy. So, number one. Number two, they should provide the data of who uploaded it first, so that author of the entire conversation or the conscript can be put to the LEA, then LEA can do it. And there is a long-standing demand from my think tank, Center for Knowledge Sovereignty, which I represent many times on your show, is that KYC should be done to all the social media handles, so that this maniac of deep fake and misrepresentation is done away. But as far as Congress goes, as I told in my earlier thing also, they have the DNA of faking. If Rahul Gandhi can fake his caste, his Genevieve, what more do you expect from them? And Mr. Mohan Kumar Mangalam may not be knowing. Cambridge Analytica threats finally enter in Congress office.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave it over there. Thank you all very much for joining us. This is serious technology now, which can, without a doubt, have an impact on on our social cohesion, and in terms of elections, the spread of fake news, it's devastating all around. Thank you very much for sharing your views on this.